Dr. Simone Jonalyn now wraps up a two-part series on how to properly care for your aging dogs in our True Tip of the Week. You want some care, my boss?
It's now time for your True Tip of the Week, brought to you by True Pet Food.
As our dogs get older, we may find they have a challenge moving around, and you may need to adjust the kind of exercise that you're allowing them to have. So perhaps you have a dog that is not as mobile, they're not as flexible, they have joint challenges in either the hips, the knees, or anywhere. We may not want them to be exposed to jumping. Things like access to jumping on and off of tables and chairs, we want to limit that. Movement up and down stairs, we'll want to limit that. The kind of exercise they get outside. So if we have a lot of hip challenges, maybe playing with a puppy might not be the best thing. We might not want to be doing regular, twice a day brisk walks up a hill. We might want to do a lot more flat work. We might want to not have as many dogs around to reduce their interests in playful behaviors, just have them going at a steady pace. The other thing that's important is it may come time for you to pet-proof or change the things in your home. One of the things I mentioned earlier was cognitive decline. And we can also have an issue with our eyes. We might get blurry vision. We might have things like cataracts and glaucoma developing that will affect the vision. And so what we'll want to do usually for our senior pets is we want to keep them in the same kind of environment. We don't want to make consistent changes. We want to keep the water bowl and the feed bowl in the same place. And if, for example, you may have had a house with levels, we want to keep them on the lowest level possible so that they always have access to it. The other thing you might want to look into is the kind of floor you have. If you have floors that are very slippery, you might want to have a lot of mats around to prevent them from sliding around. You mentioned earlier grooming and clipping the nails. We want to clip those nails even more frequently because it's very easy for them to get overgrown, and that will lead to more slipping. That will lead to them changing how they're able to walk on that paw, and that may actually exacerbate some of those joint challenges that we have. So all of it comes together to help your senior pet thrive.
The True Tip of the Week was brought to you by True Pet Food.